How's it going, my fellow YouTubers? Welcome to another sleepless night at the Briscoe residence. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning. I am currently working on my buddy's clone. I've changed my mind on how I'm going to build it. Here's his piston. I don't know how long that thing was ran at the factory for, but it's got premature wear on the piston, and I would say premature wear on the cylinder. But I have a new piston, and I have a new cylinder. Right here, so we're going to roll with this one. This one has, I was going to build this one without touching the chamber, but this chamber is crooked from the get-go. I don't know if you can see it in there. So I'm going to try to fix it. I have this set up to cut only about 25 thou maximum in there, so let's see if I can cut it. And it's looking like I can. So this one must not have much plating up top. I'm going to shut my compressor off. I need the air hose so I can blow this out. I feel a little better today. Just minor dull kidney aches. So hopefully I can get a few days break from passing junk. And get to building some sauce that I want to hurry up and get done. On these cheaper cylinders, you really got to be careful not to drag the tool on, because the plating's nowhere near as tough as OEM. There's plating on that side, but none on this side. So if I can get underneath it. Cutting pretty decent. We'll get her straightened out. I want that. I need the top of that as true to the bore as I can get. So when I go to do my machine, some big old chunkers. But on this one, I've decided, he's my buddy, so I've decided to do everything that some builders say don't work. I'm going to cut the chamber a little bit. I'm going to cut a pop-up in the piston, probably about a 20 thou pop-up, because typically I'd cut about 40 out of the band. I'm going to do 25. I'll probably do a 25 thou pop-up, and then the rest will be machine work. We're going to lung it. We're gonna, people say pop-ups don't work. I'm not gonna lighten his piston drastically. I'm just gonna go in and clean up the hash and trash and flow it a little bit. I lighten it a little bit, but I'm not gonna go to the extent like I did on that one the other day and spend 3 hours on a piston. I think I'm just going to putter on this all night and enjoy a few adult beverages. And This is going, I'll show you, this is going pretty nice, guys. Pretty nice. When you slide these on, make sure you're to the back so the cutter's not dragging. And then push it to the cutter so you stay tight to the wall. Just making sure I got all the aluminum debris off. Now I won't be timing advancing this one just because he's a little bit up there in age and I don't want it to kick back and hurt him. So we'll see what I can get out of one of these with no timing advance. Getting big old shavings. This would have been a good cylinder to show how to do this. I've showed you guys cylinders that have put up fight tooth and nail, and I've showed you cylinders that have done cut like butter. And this one's in between. It's not going bad at all. I'm down on the cylinder sleeve now, so now it's just going around and nipping off the high spots. And you keep doing this. That's the whole purpose of this stop plate, is so you can get a nice smooth, so you don't overcut, and then you can get a nice smooth, chamber cut. Normally I'd be jamming out to music and doing this, but it's alright. There's still a hot spot in there. I think I got it. I wish they'd all turn out like that. What do you guys think of that? Alright, let's check it. Make sure I don't have a step. And then I like to check it with the piston I'm going to use. Just a slight hint of something there, so I think I have a chip stuck in there. Can't get that down in there. Some sandpaper around it. kind of smoothing. I've got this held on an angle, so I'm working just the tip of my sandpaper into the corner, and in case I lifted up any plating or anything, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not going to run into a problem. I'll do this on ones I've done on the lathe too, just to make sure. I'm good to go. Just that little bit right there. So there is the chamber cut. Here. Let me pause you and get you set up. I guess I'll do the piston. Alrighty guys, it took me a little bit of digging around to find everything, but I figured we better get a piston weight. This is the one we're going to use. It's 109. What was the one out of it? 109, so I guess they're pretty consistent. Well, I guess it's on video, so I can look back at that. Now, I've been asked several times how I do piston work. If I couldn't find my jig, this piston, I could slip the top ring in and set it in the jaws and rest the top ring sticking out to center it, and then snug it down. But I built a tool quite a long time ago. I got several different sleeves of these aluminum. I got a washer recessed into here. That's just a nut, and this is just a piece of threaded, I don't know, rod or whatever. But what I'm going to do, and this fits the piston nice and tight, and all I'm going to do is slip the wrist pin in. If you're worried about the pin coming out and getting you, put your clips in. I snug it down so I don't worry about it. And I have a reference line here to line up to help center it. Good enough. Now I can clamp onto this as hard as I want. So let me pause you and get you set up. Alrighty guys, I got you set up on the other side of the lathe so you can see what I'm doing. I have this all dial indicated in. I have my dial indicator over here so I know how far I'm cutting into the piston. And then I have a rough estimate with this thing of where I want my pop-up to be. So let's get some guesstimation going on here. Let's start with a 5/1000 cut. Just a little bit more. final cut. Check things here. I think that's about what I want. Then I'm going to come in and I'm going to break that edge. Come in 400. I like to roll that edge over on my piston by hand. I'm not doing a very big pop up. Alright, and then I will show you how I clean that up. I'm going to start with a red stuffy dry. And a little W40. Another thing to note, I don't recommend you doing this. I'm prepared of the consequences if I rip my own fingers off. When you're using machines, you really shouldn't have your hands anywhere near them. But I do things my way. So this is, I understand the consequences of what if something bad was to happen. Gray. I don't like that gray. Almost that one feels worse than this is some mag polish. A little bit goes a long way. That was a microfiber. You can get them at Walmart. That's where I get mine at. Alrighty, I'm going to call this a video. I'm going to go work on the windows and stuff, but I have a hard enough time keeping you guys entertained for 3 minutes on the video. So this one's 22 minutes. So we'll call this a video, and then I'll do another one.